Good morning. Yeah, so today again we want to talk about news in Nigeria. There's something ongoing going on in Nigeria currently at the moment. It's basically protests. And what is happening right now is people are trying to protest because things have gotten so bad. Economy down, hunger risen up, no job. It's horrible. Nigeria is basically the most horrible place in the world, and the government is the most horrible and evil people on the planet. I am not joking. From the president down to basically every sector. But what is happening right now is people want to protest starting August 1st, and the government are trying to persuade them not to protest, which kind of is weird because people are hungry. But the topic today is end bad government. That's the hashtag for the protest. They said protest will cause more harm than good. That's the APC chief once. Seriously, you're in a position where if care is not taken, more than 30% of the population are unemployed. I'm pretty sure there's no data on it anyway. Why there's no data? Because the data is going to be really huge. It's ridiculous. But a lot of people are unemployed. The suffering is heavy. And I think people should not protest. But let's read. A chieftain of All Progressive Congress, that's APC, and the South Zonal Coordination Secretary of the party, that's Dr. Blessing. So that's the secretary of the party for the South Zonal Coordination, has appealed to Nigerians, especially the youth, to jettison the idea of protest as it creates more problem than it might solve. That's not true. You need to protest. People need to protest. There's massive hunger. Things are bad. Everything's horrible. People need to protest. You can tell people not to protest. That does not make any sense at all. Especially with the way things are just getting worse daily. The rise of the dollar increasing heavily, food increasing, wages nowhere to compete with the rise. There might be cost of living in the Western world, but in that place is cost of existence because it's impossible to exist at this point. That's how bad it is, and that's how bad the government is. While appealing that the protests should be removed, he said the seed is planted and it has to die first before germinate and grow. So basically, you're saying the seed of people protesting is planted. Seed plants when there's an environment that makes seed to plant. You put a seed in a soil. If the environment is good for it, it's going to grow. You put a seed of protest in a society. If there's an environment that's causing it to grow, it's going to grow. Right now, there's an environment for that. So it's kind of pointless because people are going to protest and there's nothing bad about that. It's basically important because the country needs it. Things are so bad. But let's even continue reading. Bringing economic prosperity to Nigeria is never going to be an easy task. That's why it is necessary to give the president more time. This is the argument that we keep hearing. We should give the president more time. We should give the president more time. But let's say that this is a scale of, okay, this is my water bottle. But let's say that this is a scale of things, how things are going in Nigeria at the moment. When the president met it, things were here. That means people just had this period, this whole lens to enjoy. People are still suffering anyway. But now things are now here. That's how bad it is. So if let's say right now you want to make an argument, I want to say, okay, give him more time. If things did not at least go so bad and so down, you might say, okay, well, things can still come up. But things are not showing sign of coming up. They're showing sign of getting worse. Nobody has time when they're hungry. Things are just getting worse and worse and worse and worse and worse. And it's showing no sign of changing. The sincere truth is that I know that this person is representing their party. That's why I said the party is the worst party in the world. The government is worse. Everything about them is the worst. They're just bad. They're bad. But right now, the only thing that we can say is we just hope for the best. We hope for the best. But I'll tell people, go and protest. Don't let this woman deceive you. go and protest. It's very important right now. It's very important. August 1st, go and protest. That's what I'll say. And that's it. Thanks.